Check it out, check it out, check it out. I want to get right off into the best movie ever, y'all. That Slam starring Saul Williams, 1999. Best hip-hop film ever. You know what I'm saying? Because this movie expresses a theme that is one of the most important themes that you could ever talk about, and that is the theme of the power of the word. The power of the word to reign supreme over all things. The power of the word to overcome all challenges and all things. The power of the word to release one from any prisons, the prisons of their mind, the prisons, the physical prisons, the mental prisons, the spiritual prisons. The power of the word to transcend all of that and to set the soul free and to set the mind free. See, the word has even a hypnotic effect. The power of the word can even give us a state of tranquility no matter our situation. The voice, it's an instrument in itself, and that's what this movie deals with. You know, starting off with Saul Williams, he starts off as just a nowhere man. He has no family, no connections, nothing. He's just a petty a marijuana peddler on the streets. And he's arrested and he's sent to prison, right? And so on the way to prison, he's in the van using the power of the word to calm himself. Even though he's entering into a tense situation, he knows that he's staring down some 7 years of a prison sentence, and yet he's using the power of the word. He's rapping some Rakim lyrics. He's yo, give me a pen or a paper, a studio or a taper. All he wants, all he requests is a pen and a paper. He knows that if he just has the word, he can set himself free. And so he's using this to calm himself, you know, when on the way to prison. And then when he's put behind those cold steel bars, he immediately again reminds himself, yo, even though I'm put behind these steel bars, I can still set my soul free through the power of the word. And he gets off into a cipher with this with the inmate next to him. One of his fellow inmates and him start trading back and forth in a cipher, you know. And so it's through this through this word that he's able to transcend his environment again and again. So first he reminds himself to calm down. He eases his mind. Then he finds himself caught up in the middle of a beef between two rival gangs. And these two rival gangs are ready to converge upon him in the prison yard. And he's faced with the dilemma. They're telling him to choose sides. And his only loyalty is to himself, to his own identity, staying true to self and true to his word. And yet he's got to make a decision. Well, his decision is that he's not going to make a decision. And so at the moment that they're both rival gangs are ready to pounce on him and devour him and eat him up like wolves, he busts off into a freestyle flow that just totally subdues the mood. And both gangs are forced to submit to the power of his words, not to the power of his muscles. He's a skinny guy, a seemingly weak guy. You know, he has no money, he has no prestige, but he does have one thing, and he has the word. And that word and that expression just totally deflates all the tension in the yard. You know, this is like a hip-hop musical, because it's kind of like, you know, you think back to classic musicals like West Side Story. The character is going through some problem or dilemma, and then they suddenly bust out in the song and dance, and at the end of the song and dance, you know, he's solved his problem and all is well. Same with this concept. So he's able to ease the tension in the yard through his rhyme and through his verse, and at the same time he catches the interest of one of the teachers at the prison, who's played by another famous slam poet, Sonia Sohn. And Sonia Sohn's character sees him, and she's interested in him. But at that time, he's a prisoner. So now how is he going to reach her mind and reach her heart while he's stuck in prison? How is he going to develop a relationship with this woman? Again, he uses the power of his words to reach her, and she eventually falls in love with him. But he's still at his own stages of evolution, and he's maybe not ready for a love affair with her, or he's maybe not worthy of her, because she's also on her own level. So she's actually going to use the power of the word to reach him and help him reach the next stage of his personal evolution. You know, so there's a back and forth between him and his female love interest in the movie, and they're both elevated to new heights through the power of the word. Again, through rhyme, through poetry, through slam poetry, getting how you know me and how I know you. We can do and be done through the power of one single thing, and that is the power of the word to express and bless. And so then he starts blessing mics, right? But first he's got to get released from prison. He's got to get his bail set. So he uses the word to develop a relationship with one of the prominent prisoners in there, who uses who sets up the money to release him on bail. So after he's released on bail, he goes to a slam poetry convention and he starts blessing the mic with fly rhymes, and it thrills the entire crowd. And Sonia Sohn happens to be in the crowd, and the whole crowd is astonished, and he finds himself a home finally within the slam poetry community. So look at that. Through the power of the word, he's transcended the prison bars. He's freed himself from prison. He's found himself this nowhere man with no family, no place, has found himself a home amongst the slam poetry community. He's found himself true love with Sonia Sohn's character. And he's done all this with one single thing, with the word, right? So we keep coming back to that. And then finally, this movie is paired with a beautiful soundtrack to go with it at the height of the hip-hop, or kind of the tail end of the hip-hop golden age, the rap golden age. And that was a soundtrack that featured Black Rob's I Dare You, which goes very well with the film. You got tracks by Brand Nubian. You got KRS-One is paired up with Saul Williams on a track. You got Goody Mob also had a single and video for the movie that was just stellar. You know, this is a great project all around. Bones Malone, everybody responsible for this film really did their work, and this was done by some true heads who really knew what they were doing at the time. And I don't think you'll ever see something of this quality again, and we haven't seen it since, you know. So I just want to give some props to this film. That's all from your boy Infinite. I'm out, y'all. Peace.